I think the rest of the dynamics I'm sure Chip can talk about, but it's been awesome. So I'm excited about it. Yep.
We talked to Emeka who's talking about moving from slot to outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know how good he's been in the slot. Is that a difficult move for you guys as coaches to know how good a guy is in one spot, but know that maybe for his long-term future and the room that maybe he should move outside and inside?
No, I wouldn't say it's anything on his future because he's capable of doing whatever you want to get done. But I'd say that it says more about the room. I think it's the growth of, Brandon and the growth of Bryson that's really, allowing my mind to say, hey, Mech, be prepared. You're going to move around a lot. You're going to come out of that slot. You're going to be outside. We're going to create mismatches out there. I mean, his ability to move around is critical. But I would say between Mech and between Carnell Tate's ability to move around a lot is going to provide a lot of flexibility for our room and those top, 6-7 guys that are really doing a good job right now. Yeah, heavy emphasis on what work he needs, versus anything else. I rely on him. We have great dialogue back and forth. It's a two-way conversation. And frankly, there's gonna be times where like, hey, Mech, what do you want to do today? You want to go outside? You want to go inside? And I don't care. So we're not there yet. We will be there, but it's just more about when the room is ready to start mixing things up. I would say there's guys. I mean, I make sure I bring in guys that are able to do all, but I have not asked them to yet. So the only guys that in our room currently I've asked to do that has been Mecca and Carnell, and those are probably the two guys that I would think heavily on moving around a lot. I'm not putting that on anybody else right now. I'm not saying they can't, but at this point, having two guys be able to swing, you probably don't need much more than that. I need guys being experts at what they're good at, so it helps the offense. Don't be great at everything, be an expert at something, and we can use that to our advantage. The room's always different, frankly. I mean, from 2018 and then 19 and through COVID and those guys and then the depth of those guys and then where Mech and Marvin and those guys were as freshmen compared, it's always different. And I expect this one to be different again. Not sure at what level yet.
Last question right here. Relationship between the DB room and the rest of the room, especially on the back and forth. I'm curious. DB room has a leader just like you, played at Ohio State, has NFL experience. I'm curious about how you've seen Tim kind of build the cornerbacks room, especially on the recruiting trail, the amount of success he has, and maybe kind of the effect of your recruiting, how that's kind of enhanced DB.
He would probably know more for that question than I would, but I would say that we obviously feed off each other, right? I mean, it really is a team sport, and we can't do it without them, and they can't do it without us, and we can't do it without the quarterback, and we can't do it without the O-line. So the more that can seep into other positions, and we work as a team and operate as a team and identify we're a team, the healthier we are. And we think that, already, but I would say me and Tim have really, met on that, talked about it. Like we talk about technique, we talk about recruiting, we do all that together. And not at a crazy level, but definitely like, more than I have in the past. So I love working with OG. I mean, he's awesome. He's got a great perspective. And we definitely feed off each other in practice. And then maybe while building our rooms, we've done the same.
Ryan, thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
All right, folks, we have CJ Hicks on the 20.
Yeah, that was great. You get a shirt in one piece or what?
Man, to the O-line, stop holding.
How's spring going so far?
Spring's good. I'm enjoying it. Taking it day by day. My fault.
Got you.
But I'm enjoying spring. Just taking it day by day and learning from one of the best linebacker coaches in the world, because he did everything that we're doing now. So it's a blessing to learn from him.
Were you just waiting throughout that process, hoping that James got that full-time role? I know what he did last year for you guys, but was there any uncertainty for you all in that room?
No, not really. Like for us, we kind of knew that he was going to get the coaching job. And plus, like the way we looked at it last year was like, Knowles is the linebacker coach, but Laurinaitis is the linebacker coach. So,
What are your expectations?
Personally, my goals that I have for myself, I want to keep those private, but like be team up north, win a Big Ten championship and get a national championship. Play as a team and make sure that we all get there.
What's it like just competing with Sonny right now?
It's not. I don't really look at it like a competition. My reps, I treat them like game reps. I'm sure he does the same thing. It's like one of my closest friends. We're roommates, so like we don't really. I don't think like it's any type of way, especially like since now, me and him both are working at that nickel Sam spot. So sometimes it's a 4-3. So both of us be on the field together, but I don't treat it no type of way. Just treat it like my game reps.
How have you seen him take to linebacker so far?
I mean, he is a linebacker. Look at him. He was just playing safety. He's just 6'4", 235. So, but having him in the box, me and him both, we feed well off of each other. It's nothing. It's not like anything crazy. Like we don't talk or we hate each other. We come to the sideline. We talking to each other about everything that we see out on the field. So, yeah. Cody's a great person. First off, second off, he's always trying to help. Cody's one of the smartest people I would ever meet, especially on the football field. You can tell like over the past few years he played Mike and Will, especially in this defense is very complicated. So, having a guy playing with a guy right next to you like that, is definitely helpful for sure.
You said you've been doing some of the nickel Sam stuff as well. What's that adjustment been like? Do you like that spot?
I mean, I don't look at it as anything different. It's a will without a run fit, and sometimes it is with a run fit. But I feel like that can also show how versatile I am as well, because people forget I played safety in high school, corner, all that. So.
Is that any more like what you did in high school? Does that relate?
Yeah, high school I played more to the field. There was certain formations where I would be in the boundary, but yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Has adjusting to being in the box been something that's been difficult for you?
No, not at all. The box, I've been playing in the box since my sophomore year. Nothing crazy, it's just bigger people, faster. The game is faster, everything like that. So I don't think it's anything different.
How was your body change? What do you weigh? How much stronger are you?
235 right now. I think Coach Mick probably wants me to stay right there, but it's nothing. I only gained like 5 pounds from last year, so it's nothing crazy.
CJ, what's the next step for you? What do you have to do this spring?
Keep taking it day by day. Every rep is a game rep. This Laurinaitis is talking about how he wants to rotate 4 or 5 backers. I feel like everybody's stepping up, and there's more competition, and everybody's like stepping up to that role. So everybody's fighting for a spot. So like even me and Cody, our spots not solidified as the ones right now, but we just keep fighting. So my goal for the spring is, obviously maintain my spot, but also at the same point in time, continue to learn, continue to take steps forward, and continue to be the best player that I can be.
Obviously learned a lot from Tommy and Steele, but knowing that there's not 2 guys set at the very top, how not freeing, but like how nice is that for each of you guys to know that like, hey, there's a spot up for grabs, so it's not kind of settled at the top round.
Yeah, I don't look at it as anything different. Every time I'm out on the field, I'm gonna treat it like it's my game rep, or I'm fighting for a spot, because even now I'm fighting for a spot. Last year I did the same exact thing. Yeah, I don't really treat it on type. No different.
Coach Knowles said a couple weeks ago that he felt that because you're an in-state guy, because the recruiting ranking stuff like that, he felt a lot of maybe had a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Did you feel that same way the last couple of years, and does it feel different at all this week?
I never really paid attention to what the media said. I have expectations for myself, so I had more pressure on myself than anything else. But yeah, it wasn't. I didn't really feel anything different from anybody. I just have things that I live by for myself. So yeah.
Great. CJ, thank you very
No
much.
problem.
Thank you, and Coach Walton, I'll put you right here. Folks, we have Coach Walton on the 20.
Yeah.
Tim, how much more player-led is this unit than it was when you first got here?
Completely different. We have a veteran group of guys, Denzel, Lathan, Hancock, dudes that have IGB, dudes that have played a lot now. They're all returning starters. So those guys know the expectation. They know the standard, and they know how we need to play. So they help handle the little things now.
Does that allow you to focus more attention on the younger guys and let them start to develop so it continues to trend toward you guys being DBU?
Yeah, that's what the spring is all about. We do the technical stuff with the older guys, but job is to try to develop and get the young guys ready. We got to spend attention with those guys because the other guys kind of know how the ship runs right now. So they know how things should operate. And I got to spend time making sure those other guys get ready and get caught up to speed in a timely fashion.
What have you seen out of Jermaine so far this offseason?
It's great. He's taking a great step forward. Like I say, he's the next guy up, man. I mean, he's been extremely, important on the growth of our secondary because now, we're working him inside some. He's play outside at both corner spots. He got that it factor. You know what I mean? So we look what he brings, the energy, the competitiveness. We got to build off the last year and expand the role for him and make sure he's ready to go. But he's been doing great.
Is it possible?
Can you take us through a little bit? I mean, what is your pitch to someone to say on the Ohio State?
We just authentic, really not giving a lot of recruiting talk. It is what it is. We try to shoot straight, honest communication, honest assessment, the character, the value, the work ethic, and the main thing is the competition. You got to compete. If you don't want to compete, it's not going to be the place for you because that's the thing that will get us to where we need to go is competition in the room. And those guys here love to compete. We sell that. We're looking for guys who embrace that, who cherish being in those spots. And you can take time to grow. You don't have to have the pig mentality of problem of instant gratification. You can develop and grow. And sometimes you may be in behind a guy that's a really good player. There's nothing wrong with developing and growing and playing when your time is right. And if the time is right now as a freshman, like was Jermaine, then you play early, So we try to also sell that, we care about them as people and try to prepare you for life after football. So it's bigger than just football. We're going to prepare you for life, whether it's the NFL or on with a regular career in the workforce. We want you to prepare you as a young man, and we try to sell that and preach that to the parents.
With Jermaine having that it factor you mentioned, rolling all these different spots, do you anticipate, there wasn't a lot of rotation among the cornerbacks last year when everyone was healthy. Do you anticipate maybe rolling him through to rest guys here with the longer season potentially?
Yeah, we play it by ear. We see how it goes by the time we get into camp. But, obviously he's earning his stripes. So, when you earn your stripes, it's our job to create opportunities for you. We have to see how it goes with all that other stuff, once we get closer to the season and we get into game plan stuff. But he's doing a great job and he's taking a great step forward.
Tim, whether it's the way that you can build your room or the way you kind of establish your room now, it seems like it's been like centerpieces kind of relationships and kind of building bonds. And I'm curious, is that something that you came in with a couple years ago with the intention of doing, or is it something that you're has kind of been cultivated over the course of your time as a position coach here?
No, it's been there for a while. I've been doing that for a long time. It's all about relationship. If you develop real relationship and you're authentic in your communication and you have honest feedback and you have direct teaching, the guys that have value and character and they appreciate that stuff, they embrace that. But they have to know you care and you have to know that it's real and they have to know that you're really concerned about their well-being as a young man. And when you get close to them and spend a lot of time with them off the field, you can coach them hard and you can say truthful things to them and then they'll embrace it and you can have real conversation because the only goal is to help them get better as a young man.
As you see, a couple years ago, Tim Knowles was telling us that the receiver room is so far ahead of the corner room that it kind of skewed that evaluation sometimes. How has that dynamic changed in these 2 years as this group's gotten older and you've added even more talent?
Yeah, it's done balanced up a little bit now. That goes with great competition. We go against the best receivers in college football. So that helps escalate your growth process because if you don't figure it out real fast, you'll get embarrassed. So that competition, but what happened with that, our guys start competing, our guys start growing, our guys got better, and now it's even up a little bit. So where you get really good work at practice today, you know what I mean? So it's competitive, it's fun. Those guys both on both sides of the ball care about each other. So it's great competition and they all real close. So, you know what I mean? It's that stuff that gets us better that will prepare us for Saturday.
I asked Denzel kind of about that same idea, and he said, well, that first day of practice, actually, the receivers kind of got them. Was that even kind of a good wake-up call maybe for this group?
Oh, no, it's just it's going to be competitive, man. They got the best group in the country that you're going against every day. So you have to bring it every day. You know what I mean? So we got a great quarterback room. We got a great receiver room. The running backs are really good. So when you out there going against them, it's deep. So you have to be ready for it. And obviously, man, we're seeing a lot of good stuff with Coach Day and Coach Kelly doing over there, man. So it prepares you a lot, and it helps us grow. What's that?
Is the Ohio State recruiting or wide receiver room kind of a part of your recruiting pitch? Like, these are the guys you get to play against.
Yeah, that's because, that's where you get better. Iron sharpens iron. So, you get to see that every day at practice. That helps you grow. It's no better thing to go against every day than to see that on a daily basis.
Who else in your room besides Jordan looking at to play that number spot?
We just moving a lot of guys around. If you watch at practice, we have a lot of guys in there right now. We probably have 3 or 4 different guys in there. Obviously, Lorenzo's in there. Jermaine is in there. Caleb, Miles. We have about 4 or 5 guys moving around. Right now, we just try things out in spring ball, see what it fit, see what things work together. So there's going to probably be some more guys in there. We move it around and try to just get the right fit throughout the end and see how it goes by the time we get ready to start the season. He can run and he's strong. He's fast. Very serious about his business. He's big. He's 200 pounds. He can run. He's strong. He's conscientious. He's starting to grow and he's starting to get better with it. So we look for big things for him this spring.
Tim, what do you want to see from him this spring?
Keep competing. Now he's made the transition. Competing today. Start going in. That transition is all just like having Jermaine last year. You throw him in the fire. You let him go. You compete. You go. By the time we get out of the end of training camp, you'll be done figured it out. You have all that. But now you just throw it all at him, compete, continue to grow, continue to learn. He has the skill set. He has the length. Now you just got to put it all together. And it takes time to do that. And hopefully you see that by the time we get into training camp.
It seems like midway through spring, it kind of clicked for Jermaine last year, and you start to see him perform a little better in practice. Is that like a benchmark for where you want Aaron to be by the middle of spring? Does he have to be at a certain point where you want it to start clicking?
Yeah, by the time you start getting about 2 weeks from now, that last week, because it takes time because there's a lot of stuff going on. But, by the time you get into that last week of spring ball, you look to start seeing the things that you look for show up. And then, you get another evaluation again when we get into training camp, see if this stuff carried on to make sure we're good for starting in September.
Tim, what's your assessment of the growth that Lorenzo's made now that he's kind of got his feet under him on defense? What do you like about him in that nickel spot?
He's very conscientious. He's smart. He can run. He's tough. He's made the adjustment because he's had a year up on his belt. So now you can see he's not making a lot of mistakes. He competes. He's real conscientious and he has a physical presence. So the growth has been really good, and we look to continue that throughout spring.
Coach, thank you very much.
Right.
I can ask one more? All the guys that came back, like Denzel's a great example. Does that surprise you as you reflect on all these guys that came back late in ransom that could have turned pro?
No, the culture here is real. Coach Day does a great job of building the culture. Our room is close knit. The guys on defense are real close. Those guys want to come back. They have an agenda. We want to come back. They want to come back and walk away with something. So it didn't shock me, but it's a good environment for them too. That's when you see those guys come back. That's a testimony to the culture that's set here, the brotherhood, the environment, and how Coach Day runs the program for those dudes that want to come back. Because we go at it. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy what we do. So the fact they come back and do that is a testament to how he runs the program.
Coach Walton, thank you very much. Folks, we have Brandon Ennis on the 20.
What's going on? How y'all doing? Good.
Spring was kind of around last spring. At
Yeah.
times, just kind of walking around the program, but you're actually going through the process of spring football this time around.
Yes, sir.
What's that been like going through your first week?
It's been great. So this is my first winter workouts, and I've just done everything that I can do to play next year. So everything Coach Mick said to get my body fat down, just anything I can do, get my speed better and stuff like that. It's been really good. And then spring practice, the first 4 practices has been really good for me and the team and the receivers and the DBs. Everybody's competing. So I feel like it's been really good so far.
How much more comfortable are you as a player now than you were when you got here last summer?
I'm definitely a lot more comfortable just because I've been here for almost a year now. Well, kind of almost a year now. So I would feel like the playbook is coming like secondhand, is natural now to me. I'm just playing a lot faster. And I feel like I'm not thinking as much when I'm out there. So I feel like as much as I do that, I'll be pretty good.
Did you see what Ryan said about you on Tuesday?
Yeah. One of my old coaches said it.
The head coach say that. What does that do for you?
It definitely boosts your confidence because all the work you're putting in is it's being seen and it's being acknowledged. So it definitely boosts your confidence and yeah.
For Brian and the offensive staff to be willing to move Mecca out of the slot position that he's been so good at for a couple of years now, does that kind of show you that you're doing the things that they need to see to get on the field?
Yeah, it definitely does. But I mean, I'm never satisfied, so I just want to keep pushing. I just want to keep being great, and stuff like that. I'm still learning from Emeka, so anything I could take, any little nuggets I could take from him that he learned in the slot, it'll add great value to my game.
What about your skill set? And obviously, you've seen what slot receivers in this offense can do. Alex Jackson, KJ Hill.
Yep.
What about your skill set fits that role?
I think I'm very quick. I have very a nice quick twitch to me. I'm elusive. I'm strong, so I can block good. If I have to block bigger nickelbacks or linebackers, or even safeties at times, I can do that. I can also play down the field as well, and my run after catch is pretty good. So I feel like I'm the perfect slot receiver. And I can also play outside, so that's the thing. I'm trying to do both right now, so that's good.
Brandon, do you want to return punts?
Yeah, definitely. Anything I could do to get on the field, I'll definitely return punts, kick returns, anything I need to do to play.
Berm's just been pushing that. I don't know.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Put the kibosh on it, protect you so you play offense.
Yes, sir.
30 reps, right?
Yeah.
Chip's not afraid to hand the ball off to guys that do have your skill set. We've seen Emeka run the ball a little bit here in the past too. I know you played some quarterback in high school. What's your comfort level with potentially being a ball carrier here? And have you had any conversations about utilizing your skill set?
I haven't had any conversations yet, but last year towards the bowl prep, I was doing a little bit of carrying the ball. I was behind Xavier Johnson, so learning from him and guys like that it makes me more comfortable. But I feel like I could do anything on the field. And I'll do anything to play. So if it has to do with me throwing the ball, running the ball, catching the ball, blocking, anything I'll do to get on the field, I'm good with that.
Coach Day specifically talked about how competitive you are. Where do you think that competitive drive comes from?
It just comes from where I'm from, South Florida. I feel like everybody down there, we compete to the max. There's no other place that competes like South Florida. There's dogs all around the South Florida. So, I mean, it just ever since I was 7 years old when I started playing, it was instilled in me to just compete and be that dog.
Speaking of South Florida, what stands out about Jermaine or Jeremiah?
Jeremiah, excuse me.
I mean, I played with Jeremiah when I was 10 and 11, and then we played against each other a couple years in high school. So I've seen him. The growth he's made over these years is insane. The way his body has changed is crazy. And now seeing him out here today, it's just like everything's come full circle. He was the best player in the country last year, and for me, seeing him grow up and things like that, it's been really good to see.
It's tough to play here as a true freshman.
Yeah.
You guys have such a stacked room. Even Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't play much as a true freshman, but it seems like he might be the exception to the rule.
I feel like Jeremiah is he's a different caliber. When you watch him and how smooth he is and the physical abilities he brings to the game, I feel like he has to play. Some way he has to play because he'll just better the team.
Two more questions, guys.
Yes, sir.
And now you guys, it seems like all three of you guys are probably yourselves have roles this year. Obviously, Mike is involved in that. But if the next 2 or 3 years is just you three guys leading that room, what is Ohio State getting? What do you three have to treat you guys as wide receivers?
They're gonna get the best receiving room in the country. We've been holding that narrative for so long now, but we're gonna continue to do that. I mean, we have conversations with as us three because we all play for the same team, as you said. We just want to be the best, and we know when it's our time to come, we're gonna do that, and definitely get a national championship.
How special is that for you three that you guys all do get to still play together here?
It's very special because you would have never known in OT7 when we were there all on the same field together on the same team. We would have never thought we would have been at The Ohio State University all playing on the same field at the same time. So it's definitely special, and it's a dream come true. I definitely think my body has changed a lot, and it's changed in ways of like my body fat percentages went down a lot. And I just feel like I overall feel better when I like do long runs and stuff like that. So I have really good stamina right now. So I just hope to keep that up.
You got winded this year as you were after a 57-yard touchdown in your first touchdown. You seem pretty winded.
Yeah. I feel like it was just the adrenaline rushing. I feel like I was just more so a celebration was more tired than the run. Actually, everybody jumping on me and stuff like that. But it was definitely a cool experience.
You got a corner from New Jersey, one from Arizona, one from Ohio. You just talked about South Florida. Is there a little South Florida like on the road?
Is there?
From the outside, it feels like there's a little bit of South Florida in there, even though there's nobody from there. Like they're good trash doctors.
Yep.
They compete like you guys do. Like, do you see that in the corner room?
I feel like if there were anybody to be from South Florida in the corner room, it'll be IGB, Davison Ignosin. I feel like he competes with me daily. We go back at it back and forth, and Jermaine Matthews as well. We were out there talking and just having fun. But when we get on the field, we know like it's smoke. Like we know what comes behind playing receiver and DB in spring football. So yeah.
Great. Brandon, thank you very much.
Cincinnati is the Miami of Ohio.
Almost
Waterfront everything. Waterfront everything.